Let's begin with Metroid Prime Remastered. Having spent a good chunk of time playing Metroid Prime Remastered, I can confidently say it's an experience that both fans of the original and newcomers will appreciate. It takes what was already a classic in the Metroidvania genre and polishes it to a shine that feels both nostalgic and fresh. The original Metroid Prime was a visual marvel on the GameCube, and the remaster does it justice with beautifully upgraded graphics. The environments on Talon 4 are rich with detail. Lighting effects are particularly impressive, adding depth and atmosphere to every area. It's clear that a lot of care went into updating the visuals while respecting the original aesthetic. It delivers a rich, immersive experience that stands the test of time. Whether you're a longtime fan or a newcomer, this game is well worth the purchase. Its combination of exploration, combat, and atmosphere makes it a standout single-player experience, and the added replayability ensures it's a game you'll want to revisit. This game proves that stunning visuals aren't always necessary for a great gaming experience. Imagine a game that combines the frenetic pace of classic platformers like Wario Land with a modern twist, and you get Pizza Tower. The gameplay is all about speed, precision, and keeping up the momentum. You play as Peppino Spaghetti, a slightly unhinged but lovable Italian chef on a mission to save his pizzeria from destruction. The visuals are a love letter to the 90s, dripping with a unique, hand-drawn art style that feels like a mix of Ren and Stimpy's exaggerated expressions and the bold colors of a Saturday morning cartoon. The characters are animated with a level of detail that adds to the game's charm, making every movement and reaction feel alive. It's not just a nostalgia trip, it's a well-crafted game that stands on its own merits. If you love platformers or are looking for something that challenges you to master its mechanics and rewards you with a sense of accomplishment, then Pizza Tower is absolutely worth your time and money. Even after finishing the main story, I found myself drawn back to explore more, tackle shrines I hadn't discovered, or challenge myself in different ways. Despite a few minor gripes, it's a game that I would recommend to anyone. The game is so rich with secrets that even after dozens of hours, I was still finding new things. This game revolutionizes the open-world concept, offering a world brimming with surprises and rewards, unlike the vast, empty spaces often found in other games. Whether you're a casual gamer or seeking a challenge, this game has something to offer. When I first dove into Breath of the Wild, I was immediately struck by the freedom it offers. The game drops you into this enormous, beautiful world with almost no guidance, leaving you to figure out where to go and what to do. I loved how the game trusted me to explore at my own pace and in my own way. Whether I wanted to climb mountains, cross rivers, or glide across valleys, it was all up to me. Everything in the world interacts in such a natural way that it felt like I was constantly discovering new ways to approach problems. The visuals in Breath of the Wild are absolutely stunning. The cel-shaded art style is not only beautiful, but also timeless. There were so many moments where I just had to stop and take in the scenery. 14 years after the events of the first game, Alan Wake 2 is a testament to Sam Lake's unparalleled talent. The thrilling combination of psychological horror and action kept me on the edge of my seat throughout the entire game. Every moment felt carefully crafted to deliver an unforgettable experience. As I navigated through dark, foreboding environments, I was constantly aware that danger could be lurking around every corner. The flashlight mechanic, which was one of the standout features in the first game, returns with some improvements. The exploration is just as intense as the combat, with the eerie atmosphere making every step feel significant. The character models are highly detailed, and the facial animations do a fantastic job of conveying the emotional weight of the story. The controls were responsive, and the new features, like an upgraded inventory system and the ability to enhance your flashlight and weapons, added depth to the gameplay. I particularly enjoyed the environmental manipulation mechanics, where you could use light to reveal hidden paths or make enemies vulnerable. The mechanics in Alan Wake 2 felt incredibly polished. It's a brilliant sequel that builds on the original in all the right ways. Capcom carefully listened to the feedback from the Street Fighter V era, refining and improving the game over time. The result is a polished masterpiece. Street Fighter VI takes the classic fighting game formula and elevates it with modern innovations, making it a must-play for both veterans of the series and newcomers alike. The fighting systems are expertly designed, work seamlessly together, and offer a fantastic gaming experience that is easy to learn, but incredibly deep. Even if you're new to fighting games, this is a must-have. The game offers a wealth of beginner-friendly tutorials, from simple instructions to in-depth explanations. With a wide range of tutorials and challenges for each character, you'll be able to fully master your skills. It's a game that's easy to pick up, but difficult to master, making it perfect for both casual and competitive players. This is precisely what I hoped for in a spiritual successor to SWAT 4, one of my all-time favorite games. For fans of tactical shooters and realistic simulations, Ready or Not is definitely worth the investment. The game is all about simulating real-life tactical operations. The range of equipment and weapons is impressive, and each one handles differently, affecting how you approach each mission. The game is primarily focused on tactical multiplayer and co-op experiences. While it may have a steep learning curve and can be punishing at times, after playing Ready or Not, I can say that if you enjoy high-pressure situations where strategic thinking is key, this game will provide a compelling experience. The attention to detail in both the mechanics and the atmosphere makes it a standout title in its genre. Pillars of Eternity 2: Deadfire is an exceptional RPG that surpasses its predecessor in every way. This game is exactly what I hoped the original would be. Deadfire was clear that the game is designed for those who love detailed, story-driven RPGs. The gameplay is a blend of real-time with pause combat and strategic planning. I spent a lot of time sailing the seas and exploring the expansive world as a pirate, filled with a variety of quests, ranging from main storylines to interesting side missions. The hand-drawn environments are vibrant and detailed, creating a rich and immersive world. The isometric view provides a great perspective on the intricate designs of both the landscapes and dungeons. The variety of classes and abilities meant that each encounter required a different approach. While it may have a steep learning curve and some pacing issues, the overall quality and depth of the game make it well worth your time. If you're a fan of RPGs that offer depth and complexity, Pillars of Eternity 2: Deadfire delivers on all fronts. Regardless of what others say about this game, I was completely amazed when I first played it in 2021. From the start, I was drawn into a richly detailed world with an RPG that expertly blends story, exploration, and tactical combat. As someone who loved Origins, I regard it as one of the greatest RPGs ever. The sequels, though each took unique paths, have sparked varied opinions. There's much to enjoy if you approach them with an open mind and see them as unique games that just happen to share the same universe. As you progress through the game, the vast open-world areas, such as the Hinterlands, the Storm Coast, and the Emerald Graves, offer a mix of main quests and side quests. The war table mechanic, allowing you to send agents on missions that impact the world around you, is an intricate system that made me feel like I was truly in charge of a growing and influential organization. The different choices you make throughout the game, including decisions that affect the story's outcome, encourage multiple playthroughs. Action-oriented combat system caught me off guard at first, but it quickly became one of the game's most addictive aspects. The game's world, Valisthea, is a richly detailed realm steeped in lore and conflict, with the story revolving around powerful beings called Icons, which are this game's version of the iconic summons. I loved how the story intertwined with the gameplay, with every mission and side quest contributing meaningfully to the overall plot. The gameplay is more action-oriented compared to its predecessors. The shift towards a more fluid and dynamic combat system is reminiscent of games like Devil May Cry, which isn't surprising given the involvement of Ryota Suzuki, a veteran from Capcom. The blend of action-packed combat, a compelling story, and stunning visuals makes it one of the most memorable RPGs I've played in recent years. Despite being over 14 years old, this game remains one of the best zombie games available. It's not only enjoyable to play solo, but also incredibly fun with friends joining the zombie-slaying action. The AI director, which dynamically adjusts the difficulty and enemy placement based on how well you're doing, keeps the gameplay fresh. One moment you might be cruising along, and the next you're swarmed by a horde of zombies, because the game decided you needed a challenge. Both games offer a series of campaigns, and these campaigns are broken into chapters. Your goal is to make it from one safe room to the next, battling hordes of zombies along the way. Given that Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 were released in 2008 and 2009, respectively, the graphics hold up surprisingly well. The graphics in the first game are a bit old school, but it still has that gritty, dark atmosphere, and the second game looks pretty good. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the series, these games offer an experience that's both thrilling and endlessly replayable. Hi-Fi Rush proves that you don't need hyper-realistic graphics, complex physics, or open worlds to create a fantastic game. Playing it felt like a breath of fresh air in the action genre. The game combines fast-paced combat with a musical twist, where every move you make syncs with the beat of the background music. Hi-Fi Rush looks like watching an interactive comic come to life as an anime. The game's visual design is perfectly in tune with its musical theme, with environments and enemies that pulse and move to the beat of the music. Hi-Fi Rush is definitely worth playing, especially if you're into rhythm games or action platformers. Days Gone, once a PlayStation exclusive, was later brought to PC, and I must say it's one of the most underrated games I've ever played. The game's quality surpasses countless others. This game is a hidden gem, waiting to be discovered and appreciated by gamers everywhere. It offers a captivating story, engaging gameplay, and a rewarding progression system, all set in a vibrant and dynamic world filled with challenges. Days Gone has its pros and cons. On the plus side, it has a great story and characters, beautiful graphics, and varied gameplay. On the downside, bugs and some missions can feel a bit repetitive over time. But overall, it's a solid game with a lot to offer, and I can't quite grasp why this game received such harsh criticism from many reviewers. In my experience, it's easily one of the best games I've ever played, and I would wholeheartedly recommend it to everyone. If you're a fan of historical fiction and the Roman Empire, Ryse Son of Rome is an often overlooked action game that's well worth your time. Ryse Son of Rome was released in 2013 with cutting-edge visuals that were far ahead of its time. Crytek continues to impress with its high production values. I'm at a loss for words to express just how remarkable and expertly crafted this game is. It truly is a masterpiece. The combat in Ryse Son of Rome is based on a simple system of attacks, blocks, and executions. The game is a showcase of what the hardware could achieve at the time, with incredibly detailed character models, realistic environments, and stunning lighting effects. Every aspect is exceptional. The story is profound, the combat is stunningly executed, and the violence is portrayed in a strikingly visceral manner. The graphics are breathtaking, and the cutscenes feel like watching a film. This is one of the best games I've played in a long time. If you're a fan of hack-and-slash games like the Devil May Cry or Nier series, you'll absolutely love this. The world is breathtaking, and the music is mesmerizing. It has a similar vibe to Nier, but is even better and distinct. The game's futuristic design is striking, with high-tech cities, alien landscapes, and detailed character models. The art style is vibrant and dynamic, enhancing the sci-fi feel of the game. The animations are smooth, and the special effects, like explosions and energy blasts, are impressive and add to the overall spectacle. While its narrative may not be its strongest point, if you own a PS5 and are looking for a visually stunning and engaging game, I highly recommend giving Stellar Blade a try. It's a unique experience that makes it well worth your time. In recent years, Ubisoft has offered a few memorable Assassin's Creed titles, but a decade ago, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag stood out as one of the best in the series. Similar to previous titles, Black Flag features dual storylines set in different time periods, one of which follows the events of Assassin's Creed 3. In the present day, you play as an unnamed character working for Abstergo Entertainment, collecting material for an animus. The game's depiction of the Caribbean is breathtaking, with crystal-clear waters, vibrant tropical islands, and dynamic weather systems that add to the immersion. The level of detail in the environments, from bustling port cities to remote jungles, is impressive and makes exploration a joy. I loved sailing the Jackdaw across the open seas, engaging in ship battles, and exploring islands and cities. The experience truly immerses you in the pirate life. This is the best, and sadly, the last pirate game Ubisoft has offered, with flawless ship combat mechanics and a breathtakingly beautiful world. Finally, let's talk about the bonus game. Pikmin 4 is a delightful return to the whimsical and strategic world of tiny creatures and massive challenges. The game continues the tradition of blending real-time strategy with exploration, where you command adorable Pikmin to help you navigate an alien world filled with puzzles, enemies, and treasures. From the moment I started playing, I was captivated by how the game balances simplicity and depth, making it accessible for newcomers while still offering plenty of complexity for veterans of the series. And there you have it, 15 games you won't regret buying. Whether you're looking for action, adventure, or a deep RPG experience, these games offer something for everyone. Before making any purchases, though, be sure to watch some gameplay to see if these games are right for you. I wouldn't want you to spend money on a game you might not enjoy. I hope you found something new to try, or perhaps rediscovered a game you've been meaning to revisit. I couldn't cover all the amazing games out there, so if we missed any of your favorites, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated with all our gaming content. If you're still on the hunt for more recommendations, be sure to check out my other videos on the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.